What is going on, guys? HYD back with yet another video. How y'all doing, my fellow Caperonis? Drop in the comments what is your favorite energy drink and also the flavor. So let me tell you guys, I have my espresso right here. I have my Celsius. It's the sparkling wild berry. Which I think it's my favorite flavor. It's my second one of the day. It's 8 a.m. and I've already had probably 700 milligrams of caffeine. It's a problem. I might have to go to rehab, caffeine rehab soon. Boys, today we are embarking on a journey together in ranked ones, and this will be a gameplay commentary video mostly. I will share for a few minutes some more things about me. Feel free to skip if you don't want to see it. I will say you're gonna miss out on some special edition Nick stuff. I'm sharing my puppies, which I'll put on the screen right now. The one who looks like Bambi, her name is Tulipan, and she is the daughter of the one who looks like a fox, and her name is Nina. They are Chihuahuas, and I love them so much. They are a blessing. So Tulipan, I'll take her to the dog park a few times a week, and she'll get approached by, some other small dogs, and you know what she does? She turns her back to them and runs away. She has the biggest social anxiety I've ever seen. I think a vet once said there's like a dog equivalent of Prozac, which we can give her to calm her nerves, but I don't like prescribing my dog's medication. And she will bite if you keep holding her or messing with her. If you hold her, she'll be shaking the whole time, moving her head, looking for a way out. She also has her tongue out. We had to remove Tulipan's teeth because of a medical issue, but now she looks like the cutest damn dog I've ever seen, and the stupidest. I get comments from my friends that they look like the cast of Cat Dog. Check it out. I'm gonna put it here. They do. Alright, that's enough yapping. Let's get to the meat and bones of Rocket League, ranking up, how to get better, how to win your ranked games. And is there a better way than quizzing you guys? I don't think so. Pop up the quiz and let's see if you guys can get the answer right. So, Mr. HYD here. I am your Rocket League professor for the day. Solve this and you will get 10 channel points. What is my criteria? How do you solve this? Well, I posted this on Reddit and there was a top comment, a strategic comment. And if your guess is in line with that comment, you will win. Alright class, I'm posting the top comment right now. Did you win? Let me know in the comments. And yes, before you ask, I did make this map. This is original content, and I've made 3 or 4 similar ones. And if you like this exercise, I can do this in the beginning of every video to warm up the strategy brain before we get into ranked. Final yap from me, guys, before the gameplay. So, some lore. There has been stuff, a little bit of drama perhaps, you might call, that has been happening in the Rocket League scene between a 1 million subscriber channel and a 100 subscriber channel. Which, by the way, I'm hyped about that. Thank you guys so much for 100 subs. But yeah, into the drama. So here's my tweet to Sebell. I tweeted Sebell that I made a video about him, and his reply was interesting. I believe this is the first instance where Sebell has outright said he's done with the series, and I'm very disappointed to hear that. I genuinely thought he had the best series on YouTube, like not only in Rocket League but everywhere. The editing, it was like a movie. It was a movie. It was cinema, and I do think he is good enough to reach SSL. So it was disappointing for me to hear that. But hey guys, if you watch Sebell and if you were invested in his series, I am offering you guys a compromise. Come watch me. I am the same MMR around, like, you know, I get into 1700, I peak in 1700-ish, just like Sebell. I've been playing the game since 2016, just like Sebell. And I do think we are around a similar skill level. So yeah, if you guys feel a little blue-balled about Sebell's departure, come join the HYD family. I welcome you with open arms, and I'm telling you, boys, we are going to hit it. We're going to hit SSL. I'm gonna put my all into it. I'm gonna post as many videos, as many updates as I can. I don't care if I drop the Champ 3. Yeah, even if I drop the Champ 3, even if I quote unquote don't get better over a certain period of time, I will still post for you guys as often as I can. And I might want to give up on life if I do drop the Champ 3, but I won't give up on Rocket League, and I certainly will not give up on you guys. So, unlike Sebell, if I'm not getting better, if my rank's not improving, even over a month, I'm still going to post almost daily. You guys can count on that. I can drop the bronze. Who knows? Road to bronze with HYD. Let's do it, boys. We're gonna have a great time anyways. Boys, final thing on Sebell, it's important to bring up. So, I regard Sebell as the patron saint of this channel and the patron saint of the Road to SSL series. He is the godfather. Due to this, I'm going to write Sebell a poem. Here it is. You are in my space station car in spirit. I'm going to accomplish this goal of reaching SSL for the both of us. You are part of this channel. You are also a Caparino Supreme, and I'm going to do this for both of us. We love you, Sebell. I love you. You're the GOAT, and I'm going to show that it is possible for a long time.
Another day, another victory for the OG, taking down the sweat.
Because, Sebell has a lot of hours. Sebell picked up the game in 2016, just like me, and he's been in Grand Champ for almost as long as I've been in Grand Champ. Sebell giving up is the wrong message to send to young kids and his audience in general. You should never give up on your dreams. I'm gonna show it is possible for a long time Grand Champ to get to SSL, and that is my goal. I want to show that you can set a goal, even a lofty one, even one that you might think is impossible, and you can achieve it with hard work, with dedication, with grinding, with sweating out stuff. Because, man, life, nothing's handed to you. You gotta get after it. You gotta work hard. You gotta put your all into it, and that's what I'm going to do. And the most important thing, look at that tweet. If he played ranked today, he would get back to 1700. I promise you. So he didn't lose his skills. He just stopped. Sebell just stopped believing in himself. Sebell, whether it was life commitments or this or that, he just didn't believe he had the time or the passion, maybe, or whatever he thought he didn't have to get SSL. But yes, again, I'm gonna show that it's possible for an OG to get to SSL. Even a hard-stuck Grand Champ like me. So Sebell, thank you so much for the inspiration. Thank you for taking me along your journey as a humble passenger. I mean, honestly, there were many days where your videos were the highlight of my day. I mean, so many times I would refresh your channel, seeing if you posted the next, Road to SSL. I was so damn invested in your series and your success. And it honestly inspired me, because there was a time where I didn't believe in myself either, and I didn't think I could get really good at this game. You really gave me the confidence that I can do this, so thank you. Alright boys, finally it's here, the gameplay commentary from HYD. Jesus Christ, I'm a yapaholic. Alright, I was really proud of that slow shot, I'm not gonna lie. That took a lot of brain power for me. I've been trying that wave dash kickoff. I know Moxie does it. It's like right when you get into that center circle where the ball lies on kickoff, you just do a single jump. You don't want to press it too long or too short. You just want to get right in the middle of that ball. And then sometimes I tilt my nose up a little bit to just absorb the contact more. But yeah, the most important part obviously is getting the wave dash. in the right direction of where you need to go to secure the boost, the ball, whatever. Drive challenge right there. I wasn't confident that a real challenge would have been anything productive, so you know, if you don't have a for sure play, it's better to spare your resources. Don't go all in, you know. Drive challenges are OP, I think. Here, I was just trying to thread in a ceiling play. I wasn't even trying to score this, but I got a nice pinch to myself off the post, and it's in. So yeah, again, this is Champ 2, Div 2, Div 3 area. I have been Champ 3 before. I was like GC 1 or GC 2 in ones back when like ones was really inflated in 2020. But I haven't grinded ones in about 5 years, so I'm pretty rusty. I try not to go for mechanical plays in ones because I just don't think I'm at the mechanical level where I can do it reliably enough, where it's efficient and effective. So I am an air dribble bumper. I am a cringe air dribble bumper. I'm also in this moment he knew he up. Welp, that was not so good. I was trying to dodge his bump because he hit it so high and then he went in front of the ball, but he didn't go for the bump, and I put myself out of position and the ball was about to go in, so I slotted it for myself to take away his satisfaction of scoring an unassisted goal. He's saying something in chat, as typical in the Rocket League community. It's a good beat. I was trying the Doomsy, but I saw he could get back in time. I think that's another thing you guys can learn from my gameplay. And obviously pros would demonstrate it to a much higher level, but I see that the play I was originally going for isn't going to work. I won't flip. I won't, you know, boost or go into the ball more. I'll just try to hover, keep my position, you know, try to keep a good position with a good amount of boost. Ooh, stronger first touch, so I can't go for the play I originally wanted to go for. He's funny. Right at the moment where your play won't work, you have to stop. Okay, the quick forfeit comes in. That's just pure ego, because we are both the same rank. We probably have thousands of hours. It's so funny how people can't, like, accept a loss. They have to externalize it, project it on others, like, oh, this guy has no life, or... It's never I suck. It's never I suck. It's they suck or they're sweat. It's either they're a smurf or they're boosted. The mentality of every Rocket League player. Am I right? Alright, onto this game. It looks like I didn't capture the first 30 seconds, but we roll. By the way, every game in this video came from one session. I think it was yesterday. Yeah, it was yesterday morning. And I just picked out the more entertaining games, whether it's with a text chat or whatever it may be. Anyways, back to the game. Fake challenge to the ceiling. I wanted to go more on like my back wall after, but I didn't time it right. So yeah, not a good challenge. Good, decent idea, just bad execution, which, as I said in the other video, I will take that. Like, same thing I tell my partner in tennis, you know, if he has a cross-court shot and it barely goes out, you know, is that bad necessarily? No, it's just poor execution, but the idea was right. If that went in, I probably would have lost a point. So, you know, it's same thing in Rocket League. You know, if the play could feasibly work, if your mechanics were at a higher level, or decision making or something at a slightly higher level, then you shouldn't really beat yourself up over it, you know. This game is more about decision making than it is about mechanics, and I need to learn that myself. So yeah, so right here I try to do a weird like double touch, which is a bad idea because he's in net, he has boost, he's properly positioned. Like, in an ideal world, I probably should have just hit it up in a way that made it awkward for him, that made him jump with the ball falling in front of his net, you know. But the way I did, you know, there was nothing that was going to come out. I was not going to score that. Here, this is my patented air dribble bump. It's one of my go-to plays. He drops an OK in chat. People have not been enjoying the air dribble bumps. Okay, I'm talking about the gameplay, but I also want to talk about Rocket League mentality. As you saw in the beginning of the episode, I have a whiteboard where I put I have like a Rocket League diary. I have quotes. I also drew a graph. On the x-axis is time, and on the y-axis is rank. And I drew like a undulating snake-like pattern where you have your peaks, you have your trows, you have your valleys. And I think a lot of people lose perspective on this. Same with life. Like, life is not a linear climb up. You're going to have some bad years. You might have a bad decade. But it's all about the journey. It's all about resilience, because over time you will find happiness. You will be able to figure something out. Most people do. So that's life advice and Rocket League advice. Stick it out. Don't give up. Usually after the darkest day, what is it, like after the darkest day, the sun still comes up. After midnight, the day becomes anew. And in Rocket League, the same thing. I see so many posts on Reddit where it's like, oh, I'm a Diamond 3 and I dropped the Plat 3. I want to uninstall a game. And then I might see an update a few days later saying, hey guys, I'm in Champ 1 now. So that's just how it is. Like, I might drop this E3. I don't think I will, but if there's if I do, I'll be upset. But I know that's just part of the journey. And overall, as long as your peaks over time are higher than your older peaks and your throws are higher than your older throws, you're going to be in a good position. All right, back to the game. And that gave you guys PTSD of my yapping. Yeah, so it's 4-3, poor challenge. I'm just trying to get him to overcommit and give me the ball. That's the thing, you don't really want to challenge in their half because, they have access to boost, and there's a time and place for it. But yeah, generally, if it's not a dangerous play, let them come into your half, let them waste boost, let them waste time. And because your counterattack is much stronger if they're in your half versus in their half, if that makes sense. So when they don't really have a dangerous play, just let them come towards you a little bit. Don't early chow, fake chow, just sneak up behind or sneak up in front of them. How do you sneak up in front of them in ones? Well, you basically position your car right in front of the ball when they're dribbling, so they can't see you. They cannot see you, and usually they'll panic touch it or drop the ball. It's really OP, and when that happens, again, like, you don't need a challenge. Like, if the ball is not in a threatening position, just let them keep driving at you. What are they gonna do? If you're goal side, they can't score. They're just gonna keep driving it to you as they have low boost, and all you have to do is just keep driving in front of them, stay goal side, and then take boost when you can. Take the small pads, the big pads. Focus on the big pads, obviously. The small pads are pretty tough to grab. Steal, that's like very high level. All right, another game. By the way, another player from last game complaining about my playstyle. Yeah, people don't like my playstyle in Champ 2. But another thing, so SSLs, I've noticed many low SSLs, they're Grand Champ 2 to Grand Champ 1 in ones. So I think this series will outlast my road to SSL in 2s. So again, I peak in Champ 3 in ones. I think I'll get there by next episode or this episode, I'm not sure. But yeah, it's going to be wild, guys. It's gonna be a wild journey in ones. I'm enjoying ones, to be honest. I mean, I enjoy the mind games in ones. I really love faking. The rare double reset or musties, which I can do. I just try not to. They're fun to pull off, and you have more space in ones. That was poor, and this was a terrible play. First of all, I gave him a wide open net. He missed it. I didn't recognize that it missed, and I just kind of flung myself at the ball, and now he scored. Yep. What should I have done there? Well, first of all, I should have taken a better boost line to back post, and then if I notice the miss, and he can't follow it up reasonably well off the wall, then just let it bounce. There's no point of hitting it. So another thing people should learn, I think, is when not to hit the ball. Like, good players let the ball do a lot of the work. They'll let the ball bounce, they'll let the ball roll, and they'll take fewer touches than you probably would to get the ball into a threatening position. So yeah, try to focus on that. This guy is also giving me a lot of space this game. Look, like, he's back post. He didn't even like challenge me or shadow me or anything. He's just sitting there. Very interesting play style, and he baits me in. That's something I struggle with in the corners. Like, when they're just like right next to the ball, and the ball's a little high, I feel like I can sneak a challenge in, but yeah, you should never do that. It's pretty risky. Yeah, kickoff goal. Yeah, this guy is an interesting player. He's super defensive and counterattack heavy, so I'm going to have to like figure him out here. He has saved, I think, at least one air dribble bump so far. Low 50s. Let's see. I might do some more low 50s. Let's see. Yeah. Let's see. Cringe. Sorry guys, I got to resort to it. I gotta get to SSL. Those who get to SSL in style and those who get to SSL by air dribble bumping, like Alpha Cab and Jesse, they're the same rank, so why not just air dribble bump them hoes, right? Okay, so another kickoff. I really struggle with the kickoffs. I've never learned honestly how to do a once kickoff. I've been doing the Moxie like wave dash sometimes on diagonals, but I'm still horrendous at it, and I usually just fake them, fake the diagonals. Again, I gave him way too much space. That was a decent save, but you know, we're both giving each other way too much space. There we go. I closed the space down. That was a decent challenge. Here, I have possession. I thought I did, but he does a really good job of staying under the ball. He had a feeling I wouldn't just shoot it on net, which I should have. So what could I have done better here? I could have used my camera to look down where he was, because I was looking up at the ceiling when I was driving up on the wall. Or, you know, obviously when the ball is falling, I had vision of him, and I should have just flipped when I saw he was too close. But that's something I struggle with, because it's like I don't want to give the ball away. So usually flipping into a ball, I don't know what that was. Usually flipping into a ball when it's not scoreable or really being productive at all is something I try to avoid. But yeah, if you in ones, like if you can go for the beat, like if you beat the player, it's, you know, usually an open net. So in twos that would usually never be a good idea, but in ones, if you can, you know, if he's standing too close to the ball, you can beat him, just go ahead and do it. Why not? So here I was trying to fake a pop up or flick and then bring it down to a low 50, but he's so patient and he is so stoic on the back post. This is a really rare player, guys. Like, I don't know who this is, Ross, or he's just so confident in his reaction time and his defense. Like, he doesn't even need to like shadow. He just stays at the goal and lets you overcommit to his satisfaction. Then he just turns it around and scores an open net. Yeah, 5-7. Shit. I did make a short about this game, by the way, and obviously I'm talking after the fact, because I try to do live commentary, and I just wasn't speaking. I'm too focused. Guys, if you struggle against goal campers or goalies, in ones especially, watch this game, because I'm going to put on a masterclass on how to beat them. So 6-7, 2 minutes left. Neutral kickoff. We both have a pretty poor kickoff. You know, I'm doing my patented, low 50. I thought I was going to dribble bump there, but maybe I'm not as confident in my recovery time, or just I feel like this guy is very strong at counterattack. So, you know, when I have the ball close to his net, I guess I'm in the mood of like using less resources than I usually would, and that was a really poor touch for me. It leads to a goal. I didn't think he can get there in time. I thought he was a little slower to that ball. He would have been slower to the ball than he otherwise was. Here, like, you know, it's a tough situation. I was trying to hit it off his backboard and then score it, but it's gonna be patient there. I like doing those backup fake challenges. It usually works really well. Let's see. I am just doing the same thing. I don't know how he saved that. This guy's Roas. I'm telling you. What was that save? He matrixed around my car. What in the heck? Is he the chosen one? He might be. That challenge could have gone very poorly. My boost efficiency in this game is very poor. He sort of had an open net there. All right, 6-8, 50 seconds left. Can I do it, boys? Let's see. I got him. See that? I remember I decided in this game, I was like, okay, if he's doing this strat, he's giving me so much space. then why not just pull out the ultimate move every time? If he's not going to deny it early chow, because I could flip reset, I could do ceiling chow, I could do these mechanics, but the efficacy rate of this play is higher than any of those plays. Like, honestly, even Zen would agree, anyone would agree. So yeah, Squishy would agree. All right, 8-8, 30 seconds left. Legendary battle. So here, I had a feeling he would change up his strat and go, because he's been very passive all game. So I just postured in a threatening position underneath the ball. So tempting him to go. That's a really important concept in this game, body language and posturing. Like, generally, if you're on attack or if you're in the midfield, you want to be in a position where you can go for the ball and go and get a beat reasonably, or in position to get back or defend the midfield. Yeah, that was a great save. I'm pretty proud of that save. That was honestly the best way to save that shot in that scenario. It was a really awkward position, and with that flip coming down off the squishy save, I'm actually covering low and high. There was really not much he could have done there, and it just, I did it so quickly, he probably got flustered. And another game this session versus Uncle Balls. I am so ready for it. Flip reset fake into musty fake or fake aerial. Not a bad way to start the game, fellas. I love appearing mechanical and then just not using everything I worked hard for, I don't care. I can get the craziest flip reset set up. I will not flip into the ball unless I know it's like 90% a goal, because in the other 10% of cases, if it gets saved or you just miss the shot, you will be flipping into their goal. Perhaps it's you're just throwing, selling at that point. Uncle Bowels, that fake kickoff, man, it always works, but sometimes I do it when I get up to like GC3, and then it's just really rough. I just tried to do like a flip reset fake there. Almost worked out. Not the worst play. Good bump there for sure. I'm looking a little more like mechanical this game, doing more aerial stuff. Another cringe bump play. I don't know, fellas. I'm just really cringe-worthy individual. The way I think of the game is like, whatever frustrates me the most in the game is what I should harness and use against other people. So like, for me, there's nothing worse than getting bumped, especially in an air dribble bump. It's just, it feels like I can't do anything. And if I can get my opponents in over the course of a game to feel like they can't do anything about my decisions or my offensive attacks, you're gonna win the mental game. I think ones is the most mental game mode for sure. If you can get your opponents tilted and tilted early, tilted often, your likelihood of winning is pretty high. And there's nothing that tilts people more than bumping, air dribble bumps, this and that. So it's a good fake, but he did a good job of staying close. I was just trying to get him away from the ball so I can touch it safely into corner, trying to get the small pads. Yeah, so in an ideal world, I would have been able to take that corner boost and collect ball, but he beat me to it, so I took the mid. Again, that's why I don't use my flip, because look at him. He missed the flip reset goal by like, I don't know, 2 inches. And I would have saved it even if he put it on target, and now he's flipping into my net with low boost while I have a free net. It's really risky to go for. I respect it if you just want to improve your mechanics and you queue ones and go for it. That's like completely fine. But for me, ones is more of like a strategy mode, and if you are a true strategist, then why wouldn't you just use the most OP move, which is bumping, air dribble bump, etc., etc. I think my gameplay revolves around like good 50s, bumps, and slow play and taking boost. That's basically my gameplay. I don't do much off the wall, and if I'm ever in the air, I'm usually getting a reset early and then just faking the use of it,
Like here, I'm just jumping in the air. I want him to try to time my flip, so I know I'll get 1.5 seconds of space or time because he's gonna be forced to play my flip, and the flip timer is 1.5. So I have a lot of timers in my head as I play as well, that are just constantly running. But 5-2, decent game so far. Yeah, well, I hope you guys are having a good time watching me. If you made it this far, you are really committed. You're a really committed viewer to this channel. I'm looking decent this game. I might, who knows? Yeah, hopefully I can get the champ 3 in this video, but I might have to do it for next video. That was just a bad challenge by me. Like, in that situation, he has speed, even though he has no boost, he has speed advantage. I think a lot of players can do a better job of recognizing that, because we have this like urge, especially I do at least, where if I know the player has no boost and I've stolen at least 1 or 2 of his big boost, I want to challenge and I want to beat him to the ball. But you know, there's many times when when you're on 0 boost, you become a lot more chasey, and he was just really chasey there. So for me to try to challenge him when he's supersonic on no boost, it's just really silly. You know, allow him to keep extending into your half. Like I said earlier, if you can pull them into your half, especially if they're not in an advantageous position, and then collect the ball and dribble into the goal, why not do that? There's no reason to challenge in the corner a lot of the times. Usually you can, if they're bringing the ball to your corner, and if they're riding your corner wall, let them. They have no angle to score, you know? Alright, 6 of 4. Uncle Bowles. Yeah, he's doing a poor job of he's committing, he's full sending his offensive attacks, so I have a lot of easy goals this game. I'm just carrying him there. Yeah, that's a good thing to do as well. You know, if it's like a neutral ball and the guy's in the air, that was a pretty sick recovery on the wall. Yeah, if the guy's in the air, why not just catch him and just carry him for a little bit, you know? Give him a ride. Give him an open net. I was bumped there. I might have greeted for the boost, but I should have just been more aware of the bump. That's like the main thing ones teaches you is awareness. Like awareness of when to go for the boost, when not to go for the boost, when to go for the bump, when to go for a dribble, low 50, flick over, when to defend on backboard versus drop down and challenge immediately. It's all about timing, patience, awareness. It really is an art form once. I really enjoy this game mode. I might play one more game after this, and that's gonna be a wrap. Big brief from HYD. That was a really smart pop over. I will take that for sure. Good job. Yeah, that was a funny interaction. Alright boys, final game of the video. Almost 40 minutes. Wow. Wowzers. Neutral kickoff. It's important to just not overextend here. In ones, if you can flip less, you're going to be in a pretty good position most of the time. The person flipping more in any given game, especially in ones, is probably going to be on the losing end of it. Weird interaction there. He gives me the open net. I think he was trying to like fake the challenge or the hit and then take my boost. I might be giving him more credit than he deserves. Alright, and by the way, again, I know I said this, but player 0, they're not all player 0. You've seen their tags, but I have a Bacchus mod glitch, and I guess I could reinstall Bacchus mod, but then all my settings go away, so not a big deal. If you guys mind, like, put it in the comments and I will change it, okay? Yeah, I did give him the ball there. It did take his boost, but he definitely collected pads, or maybe mid or at my corner. Yep, decent save. He's gonna win boost here. That's why it's really good in ones to just shoot on net. It doesn't have to be a fast shot. As long as the shot makes your opponent jump, you'll be able to apply pressure on him, take his boost, and resume the attack. Like, you know, generally And I need to work on this too. You generally don't want to bust out your ultimate move right as your possession starts, because chances are your opponent will have full boost and they'll be in a good position. You want to bust out your ultimate move when your opponent is in like a compromised position, they have low boost, so yeah, that's why it's a good idea to just put some shots on net. I don't know what I was doing here. Double skim attempt. You see, there are some times I'm just a goofy player in ones. I did feel like this guy was playing nervous or weird, so maybe I was a little too overconfident. If I win this game, I'll be champ 2 to 4, I believe. So I'll be around 1100 MMR, probably 1 or 2 games from champ 3. But yeah, this video has been going on for long enough, so I'm probably going to relax a little bit. That was just a terrible play. In that situation, like, I don't want to flip the ball back to him, but I also don't want the ball to be scored or roll up on my goal, so I was trying to catch it and then maybe take possession or hit it fast to the right side. Kickoff goal, my kickoff's usually poor, but I've been watching this video back and I've scored many kickoff goals to my amazement, so yeah, he does a really good job of faking low there. I give him a nice one in chat. That's something I like to do. That's like my second patented. I'd say my first one is the air dribble bump, and the second one is the drop to low 50. Yeah. Let's see. There it is. There it is. The HYD patented low 50. He returns the compliment. You love to see it. This is a wholesome lobby. I think at least 3 of the lobbies in this video have been toxic, so it's been pretty funny. Yeah. For some reason, I get in a lot of toxic games. Like, I don't know. Maybe it's the way I play. Not sure. Let's see. It was good for me to keep possession there. It's getting some weird but good extra touches. Good wave dash. Let's see. So he's probably going for the... I thought he was going to go for the air dribble bump, but I saw he was still behind the ball, so I was confused on if he was going to like touch it again or leave it, but the ball wasn't going to get scored on regardless. I was in net, I'd boost. I was trying to do some musty. I'm not really taking this game all too serious, it looks like. I guess I might be a little too confident right now. Oh, he got me. He missed that. Wow. This guy, by the way, this is like top 0.2% of ranked ones. This guy is probably a 16 to 1800 grand champion. He might have been SS, I don't know, but to be high champ 2 / low champ 3 in ones, yeah, you're definitely good at the game. But he did not display it there. that was rough. That was rough. Oh, the post is my greatest offender. Yikes, that was rough. I think I lagged there or something. I don't know. Yeah, I'm just lagging. Yep. I am lagging. This is great fun. I swear that was the lag. I hit that ball on my screen. Okay. Yeah, this is gonna be a goal probably. Oh, I got the fortunate spawn. He keeps. That's really good to hit it high into situations when your teammate is low. Like I could have sworn I was in front of that ball. Like, no. Okay. Well, he got in that position because I had the like really bad lag. So. Alright, boys, my brain is fried. This video has gone on for so long, but let's see if I can pull this one out and get my 1100 MMR. 5-5. I do feel like I've thrown this lead away because I had ultimate control over this game, I mean, in my opinion. But you can let me know. Maybe this guy is just playing the long game. He's hustling me. Oh my god. Those are the roughest balls to challenge. He has so many options. Ideally, you just want to get there early, but I couldn't. Ah, man. Let's see. That's a audacious decision to get that corner, but he did hit it to the side, so he gave me more time. I think I ran out my flip, so I couldn't use it, unfortunately. Pretty good 50. Dumb challenge by opponent. I tie it up. Okay. Let's see. Am I gonna fake? No, I don't. He might have been reading my fakes. Good kickoff. Okay, so yeah, he did not mean to touch it. I think he meant to touch it across and then get his corner from the same side, but he hit it too up and it was chalked after that. I knew he had no boost, so I was not worried about the contest. I just had to put it somewhere in the area of the goal. My kickoff it's farming today, honestly. I don't know why it's so good right now. 8-6, boys. Wow, this has been a marathon. I've been recording for about 7 hours straight. Editing plus recording, not including the gameplay, the OBS, none of that. So yeah, this is like this represents about 9 to 10 hours of work at least, with everything included. Yeah, so that was basically his last chance, was the score of that. If it was a little stronger, he might have been able to sneak it in. And there we go, boys. Let's see if I get the div up to div 4. Let's see, because I started in low champ 2 this video. Yeah, champ 2 div 4. There it is, boys. There it is. Maybe we'll see the final MMR shortly. Let's see if I can show it. Yep, there it is, boys. 1100. Whew. All right, guys. I'm gonna record another 2v2 Road to SSL probably tomorrow or maybe tonight. I might post it. But yeah, the gameplay for that will be today, and the Road to SSL. I'll probably do alternating days, so like I'll do one day 2v2, one day 1v1. That's how it's gonna go. Alright guys, thank you so much for joining in with me. Thank you guys so much for the support and the love. It's really fueling me, and I could not do this without you guys. I could not get this SSL without your guys' support. So thank you. Thanks for watching 40 minutes of the Hydster. Catch you later.